Look at what just happened here. An AI agent was just given four images of a room and asked a spatial reasoning question. Given that the wall holding the sink faces east, where is the door relative to the sink? The agent wrote Python code, segmented the sink and the door, reconstructed the scene in 3D, built a custom coordinate system, projected the vectors, and answered northeast, correct? And it did all of this without any task specific training. This is SpatialClaw, a new training free spatial reasoning agent from NVIDIA Research. This is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to the channel. In this video we are going to have a look at this spatial claw, and it's been quite some time that I have covered any claw. If you don't know what that means, just search with claw keyword on my channel, and I have also started a free AI newsletter weekly which you can subscribe at fahadmirza.substack.com. Coming back to this spatial claw, this is published in, I think, few days back by researchers from NVIDIA and KAIST, and the core idea is deceptively simple. The capability of a tool augmented agent is bounded not by which tools are available, but by how they can be composed. Most spatial reasoning agents either wrote one complete program upfront and commit to it, or they call tools one at a time through a fixed JSON interface. SpatialClaw does neither. It gives the agent a persistent Python kernel and lets it write one cell at a time, inspect the result, and decide what to do next. Perception outputs become ordinary variables. The agent can combine them with NumPy, SciPy, or Matplotlib however it needs to mid-run. Let me show you sort of a teaser. As you can see here, this image makes the whole argument in one shot. All three approaches have access to the same tools. The question is, what is the distance between the heater and the door measured from the closest point of each object? Ground truth is zero point 0.9 meters. Single passcode writes a complete program upfront, never checks whether the segmentation mask is actually valid, and submits 1.638 meters, which is wrong. Structured tool called dispatches tools one by one through JSON. It gets to the distance step but has no tool for closest point distance, only centroid distance. It submits 6.5 meters, which is again wrong. SpatialClaw segments the object, calls show to visually verify the masks, computes centroids, then mid-run realizes that getCentroid uses the median which is not suitable for closest point distance. It switches to scipy.spatial.kdt on the fly and submits 0.9439 meters, which is correct. Same tools, different action interface, completely different outcome. Now, if you are wondering how to get it installed and why I am not doing hands-on, well, I don't have a multi-GPU cluster to be honest. But if you have access to at least two GPUs and you have the gumption to go with it, then these are all the steps here. You clone the repo with submodules, run the setup script, configure your API keys or point it at a self-hosted VLLM instance, which I would recommend, and then run on experiment against one of the 20 supported benchmarks. The setup takes around 1 to 2 hours on first run, as far as I can tell. The honest hardware requirement, look, the paper which they have also shared, and you can access it from the home page. This one, I mean, it uses H100 GPUs for FP8 model variants like Gemma 4, Quen 3.5. So if you are on H100 or A100 GPUs, maybe you can use AWQ or GPTQ quantized variants. You might be able to run it for 2 GPUs. So I guess you would need a massive cluster here, because you would also need GPU perception servers running SAM3 model and depth anything 3, which we already have covered on the channel. If you're interested, just search by them. So this is not a single consumer GPU project, by the way, and it is going to take a bit of a time. Just take it as a more of a research project, but don't go too crazy with it. Look at this diagram. This is how the agent loop actually works. For every question, SpatialClaw runs 5 stages. First, a planning step reads the question and metadata without images and produces a structured analysis plan. Then the main VLM takes the images, the plan, and the tool documentation and writes a Python cell with a stated purpose, its reasoning, a next goal, and the code itself. That cell goes through an AST safety check and then execute inside the persistent kernel. The kernel already has input images, the perception tools, which is show, matplotlib, and scipy, loaded. Any variable created in that cell survive into next one. The output, standard output, errors, variable summaries, and any images from show function all feed back to the agent as the next observation. This loop repeats until the agent calls return, at which point the answer is validated and the session terminates. You can also see the same thing happening here in this architectural diagram from their repo. So look, across 20 benchmarks, they have shared some of the data which you can check out on this project page and in the paper too, of course. SpatialClaw beats the previous best spatial reasoning agent by 11.2 points with no benchmark specific tuning whatsoever. And that is why I was quite impressed, because this seems like more real to what we called as humanoids and software of AI getting married with the hardware or the robotics, and the gains are consistent across every backbone tested as far as paper is concerned. So the good thing is that NVIDIA has shared the repo with all the code, and if you're interested in learning that code, I'll just scroll through up to show you quickly. You would need to set your environment here, by the way, but if you go to Spatial Agent and then you will go to the config, from there go to the model, and these are all the models which you can go with. I have tried running it with my own local models in context format. There were a lot of errors, and that is one of the major reason. Even on single H100 GPU, I was not able to reproduce these results. So maybe we need multiple GPUs for this one. But that's it. That is SpatialClaw from NVIDIA Research. Let me know what do you think about it, and do you think that there will be any real world use case or not? Very keen to hear your thoughts. Also, please follow me on X if you are looking for AI updates without any hype and very matter of the fact ones. That's a promise. And as I requested earlier, if you are looking for weekly AI news updates, just subscribe to this fahadmirza.substack.com for free. And if you want to help out the channel, please become a member. Thank you for all the support.